Well, this is breaking news. We all just found out that Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz down. And this was done today, February 28, 2026. Okay. Why is this important? This is very, very important. I will actually have references in this video in the description. You will actually see where I actually put where I got this information from. It's nothing special. Basically, this information was released via Tehran Time, and so Reuters just reposted. So what basically would um, that IRGC, which is Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Okay, that's them. The Navy has announced via VHF radio that no vessels are permitted to cross the Strait of Hormuz, effectively declaring the critical maritime choke point closed, according to report. Like I said, it's what's coming out of Tehran. Reuters on this side is just reposting straight from the horse's mouth. Okay, so it's nothing. It's nothing like it's nothing that you can't go online like within a few seconds find it yourself. Okay, now this picture right here, I know you guys have seen it. What I wanted to do was to bring it home to you guys, and I'm going to give you a better, clearer picture too. This is where the Strait of Hormuz is located, okay? Now you have Iran right here. Iran is a huge, huge, huge landmass. There's 80 million people there, but the landmass is gigantic, okay? This is not an easy fleet, and it is full of mountain. If this is to be taken on, this is nothing easy, okay? Number one, the odds of many country being formed into different nations are really good because you do have areas that's not feeling what's there. But other than that, like far as externally, I doubt this it's just a big fleet, and then they have a history with so much aggression toward them. Then I think right about now, whoever go mess with them, I think they're gonna break them like sticks and throw them in the trash can. To be honest with you, there have been so much pressure put in this area, a lot more than what meets the eyes. So this is the Strait of Hormuz. Now, right here we have U.S. Fifth Fleet present. They're right here, people, and as we know, um, the last couple of days or sometime last week or something, you had the Gerald. You have a whole bunch of situation going on over here, right? But I also want for y'all to keep in mind this is the Middle East, okay? This is the Middle East. This is where these people are at, okay? And the Middle East is East Asia, to be honest with you, okay? So what's here? We have Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, we have Oman, and we have Iran here. But what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go. I need to bring it home a little bit for you guys. I want for you guys to get a better idea. Okay, what's here? Okay, this is Iran. I'm taking it back to the way this is the way I learned when I was in school by maps. I guess they used to colorize it for us when we was a kid, so we can know one country began with the other one. You know, it's like I guess a friendly way of dumbing it down to bring it to a kid level. Okay, I'm not saying that's what you guys are. I'm just saying I want for you guys to get an understanding who is Iran neighbor, how this play into a bigger picture. Okay, so you have Iran right here, boom, dead center. You have Turkmenistan. Believe it or not, that's the neighbor. Afghanistan is the neighbor. Pakistan is the neighbor. Okay. Now, who is Iran facing? Bingo, Saudi Arabia. Okay. There's only two ways that oil leaves Saudi Arabia. It either has to go through the Strait of Hormuz, or it has to go through the Red Sea. So you see, these are two ways that oil can leave that area: through the Red Sea or the Strait of Hormuz. There is no other way for oil to leave this area. A lot of people they never tell you that. Strait of Hormuz, Red Sea for Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia have 2 points. Saudi Arabia, they can't go through the Strait of Hormuz. They should be pretty good because now they can just like it probably costs a lot of money drive it through to bring it over here, but they still have option. Kuwait is the one that don't have any option here. Okay. Unlike Saudi Arabia, there's no option here. There's no plan B here for these people. Because the fact is, everything Kuwait has to go through the Strait of Hormuz. This little point right here, people, right here, right here, people, that is the Strait of Hormuz. Let me open this up so you guys can get an idea. Okay. I don't know if I blew it up a little too much, but I want for you to see here. This is Oman. Oman. Okay. This little thing right here, yeah, right here. Let me put my, there you go, even better. That little thing right there, that narrow, see, when I put my little hand on, you can't even see it. This little narrow passage, the little narrow passage right here. You guys seen it. That's the Strait of Hormuz right here. You see where it's pointing at? Let me go out so you guys can see it. Let me see, make sure you guys can see it. The Strait of Hormuz right here. Okay? And I want to take it home. I want for y'all to get it now. Okay? So let me blow this up. Let me blow this up so you guys can really get a good idea what I'm talking about here now. Now you hear people saying Abu Dhabi. Okay. Ask them where Abu Dhabi is. They wouldn't even be able to tell you. Okay. They wouldn't even be able to flip and tell you. Okay. And then you have Qatar. Okay. And we hear people saying Doha. Doha is in Qatar, people. Okay. People talking about Bahrain. Bahrain is in, it's right here. Okay. And here's Saudi Arabia. Here's Kuwait again. And then look, Iraq is the neighbor to Iran. Now, the humorous thing about this area, if you pay attention to this area, man, this area has had a lot of conflict in it. Afghanistan, shoot, America was in there for 20-something years. Nothing became of that, right? Pakistan, Turkmenistan still have their little situation going on over there. Look at that, Turkey. Did you know that Turkey is a neighbor to Iran? A lot of people don't know that. Turkey is Iran's neighbor. Ask how many people know that. They don't know that. Ask how many people know. Well, we all know that. Well, the ones of us that's into politics, geopolitics, a lot of us like to moonlight like that. You know, we like to be like, I'm watching this, you know, all of us that like to moonlight, but we're not professional. We just moonlight. We just use our little critical thinking because we know they think it, we think it too. But anyway, make a long story short, we knew that Turkey shares border with Iran. And we also know so does Iraq. You know, that's how Iraq was able to do that little foolishness, being instrumental in being a useful tool, running up in Kuwait and doing that little situation they did over there. And Kuwait itself did what they had to do and respond. And you see how small this little spot is? People, this little spot right here is extremely, extremely, extremely oil rich, people. Oil rich, rich, rich. But now this small oil rich area has a problem. The problem is, this is Saudi Arabia. That's not correct. Saudi Arabia is not going to let Kuwait in through their neighborhood. We saw what they do when people try to come into their country illegally, people. Okay, so they cray. They're not going. They're not going to go for that. And as a matter of fact, they're probably very happy. Good. Use the Red Sea. Saudi Arabia ain't got no damn sea. Use the Red Sea, people. Move everything to Red Sea. And I'm sure Saudi Arabia had a contingent plan of what, because, you know, Iran been threatening to close this Strait of Hormuz down for a long time. So I'm sure Iran, you know, I'm sure in the background, I hope that's what they did. They try to figure out how we're going to get everything to the Red Sea because them little fools keep on talking about they're going to shut it down. They're going to shut it down. They're going to shut it down. Well, guess what? They did. Your move, okay? So I guess from the straight part, you checkmate. You ain't finna run up on them. You ain't finna run up. You know, you ain't finna do none of that because right now it's ego. You ain't finna do none of that. You ain't finna run up on them, okay? So they already know that. so they got this closed down. Kuwait, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? you got to get through there. He ain't gonna let you. He ain't. No. He ain't finna let you use his country to come through. No, he ain't finna do that. So what you gonna do? Okay. And in Iraq, you know, and the thing is, Iraq is a landlocked area. And this is the only water access Iran has, which is the Persian Gulf. And then when you say the Persian Gulf, you might as well say Iran water. Let me repeat. You say the Persian Gulf, you might as well say water that belongs to Iran. See, people don't realize that. Certain water access belongs to certain nations. A lot of people don't know that on this planet. There's so much stuff that the planet need to know. They should know. They ought to know. They need to know, but they just don't know because they're not educating these things, and they don't do their due diligence to go find out either. So this is Iran's war. Iran was just being nice, letting y'all with all that foolishness going through its stray and stuff like that, letting y'all do what y'all wanted. They was just being nice. Nah, they don't feel like being nice. They're like, nah, get out my damn water. Get out my damn water. Iran don't make no damn sense over there being selfish. What you mean get out your water? Get out my water. It's like a kid throwing a tantrum. Yeah, my and my water. So y'all gonna have to get out of Iran water. Y'all heard that. And so basically, this is what's going on here. You know, let me see if I click. Okay, so this is the Strait of Hormuz. I wanted to click, just so y'all can get the gravity of what this is, man. Look at all this, you know, and the Gulf of Oman got the Persian Gulf, just that little thing right here. I want to really, really so y'all can see it. So they be having so much traffic, man, coming out. It's more like traffic coming out with the oil, the good stuff, the good stuff. Like, see, people go in empty and always leave full, like loaded. Like they be having so much boats that go in and they just like circle. It's a major like choke. That's a major chokehold. To be honest with you, that ain't no little chokehold. And I don't know why people trying to downplay it like it's playtime. Like this is major. This is a major chokehold because basically, I want to talk about how this will impact us. So it's official. Okay, so what I want to let you all know, roughly about 15 to 20 million barrels of oil per day come out of that area, people. This area right here. Let me repeat, 15 to 20 million barrels of oil come through this area, people. What that mean? That's 20 to 25% of the world oil supply come through here. Normally, tankers and stuff like that, pass through, with tankers. So a large share of the liquefied natural gas, which people don't realize that LNGs, liquefied natural gas, people, also goes through this area. Okay, a lot of people don't know that. Okay, so what this could do here is that this would definitely, for facts, immediately affect energy market. So guys, you can expect your lighting, your food. I mean, people don't realize when you talk about oil, like what it really would use it, equipment, gas and oil, equipment to grow food. Yeah, the light in hospitals, the lights in your house, your school, your stores, your roads, all that is going to take a hit. So, so basically, like if shipments can't pass, global oil supply suddenly, if it get cut, it will get cut by 20%. I think it's going to get cut by 25%. You know, so we'll reach like we're oil is likely to reach anywhere between 120 to 250 barrel per day, depending on how long this lasts. Okay, so what this will mean is that this will be a rough, it have this will be it will have a major ripple effect. People in Asia will feel it. We can say countries that depend on oil and gas imports, like Asia. A lot of Asian country, they import oil and gas. In Europe, Western Europe is very vulnerable too, because they import oil and gas. So they're gonna feel this. Like Europe is really, really gonna feel this. Western Europe is gonna feel the hell out of this, man. So it's gonna be insane very soon. America will feel in, but not like Asia and Western Europe's gonna feel the stuff, you know. And every country with less, dependence, like UK. That's why we hear they say UK jumped in. Wherever's UK, you can expect Germany just shows pop his little head up. You can expect France. It's about that F boy stuff. You can expect France, and then you expect Italy. Italy gonna jump in because like yeehaw. It's the click. Like, guess who back? The click. You know. So, but this is not gonna be easy. I mean, I don't know who's behind this. Whatever they think is going to be easy, it's not. This is going to be very complicated. It's going to get messy. It's going to get dirty, and it's going to go south. And when it goes south, nobody going to want custody of this, you know. So the consequences, a full, which it is now, closure of the strait, there will be military response for this. They're not going to take this from them like that, you know, because that's money. I just told you 20 to 25% is real money, people. And we know the world run on money. That is money that's being targeted here now. Now, wherever money is being, that they're taking a bath to, the money people ain't going to feel them. They're not going to feel them. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Y'all see? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it's looking like, people. So please like and subscribe. You know, this is very interesting. This is like we have a decade happening every month, people. By the end of this year, we might end up having 12 decades that happen. Things are moving so fast in this year. It's like it's running like crazy, insane things. You know, I predominantly focus on my country, which is Haiti. I focus a lot on that. I talk a lot about that. But this right here is like, whoa. This is World War III just clenched off. Okay, I love. I gotta pay attention to this because I need to pay attention. This ain't gonna finish well for nobody, you know, because this is just insanity. And I know it's ego. People are ego tripping. And we know wherever there's ego, there's major conflict that's followed. Because Iran just busts an ego move, you ask me. They closed down the Strait of Hormuz. So literally mean get the hell out of my water. Don't come in my damn water. Okay. And then it don't matter if you're in the Arabian Sea or Gulf. It don't matter. The fact is, you need the goodies coming from the Persian Gulf. It can't come from the Persian Gulf. They got it on lockdown. So them boys don't shut down the strait. Now, what that means here is that price is going to skyrocket very shortly after that. It's good for people that have things to offer you. This is a great time for them. You know what I mean? This is going to be great far as for oil investors, gas investors, food investors. You know, food is something that never go out of business, people, compared to what people think. People that selling food gonna be good for them too, because whenever they do get their hands on supply, the demand for it's gonna be so high that they naturally gonna make money. Be honest with you, you know, if they can keep their doors open, they got a product that everybody wants, some put in their damn mouth, you know. And then the people that sell gas and oil, they got a product everybody goddamn body can't live without, which is gas and oil. You see what I'm saying? I mean, y'all not thinking about this stuff money wise, but for me, this right here, attacking this is a money move for me. This ain't nothing about money, baby. Money move. Look at the size of this. I don't think anybody ever take into consideration uh, the size of it, the size of this play. I don't. Okay, I don't think anybody ever took the scope of the size of the place. Okay, and then we have this. I believe I have one more, but this is the Strait of Hormuz, you know, which is, for me, it's insane. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. It's insane. This is like what? Two-time bigger, two or three-time bigger than Iraq. It's bigger than Afghanistan. Might even be bigger than Pakistan. Definitely bigger than um, Turkestan. It's a big place, man. And this big place have an infestation of oil, gold, diamond, uranium, bauxite, you name it. This bad boy is loaded. So wherever do the attack, I don't care about it. Get that, you know, I hate to sound cold. They don't care about life. The people that's attacking them don't care about life. They only materialistic. They love money. This is what's making them do this. It's a money move right here. And this is the type of money. This, you know, unfortunately, we have people on this in this dimension. Yes, I said it. This dimension that's about that lifestyle, man. That's willing to really do anything to people in this dimension just to get their hands on stuff that don't belong to them. That always come with a bunch of blood on top of it. So this is definitely a money move, man. If you think about this scary money, man, the money boys at this, you know. So I just know that these people are Darius offspring, and I don't think they're gonna give it to them like that. I think they need to go back to the drawing board because I think Darius people gonna wear them out. Because one thing about them, when it's on, it is on. Them boys, them boys gonna be 10 toe down on the other side. They ain't going down like that. They ain't going out like no rat or no punk here now. So that's Darius people now. So this is gonna be interesting to see how Darius people go about this here now, because you better believe you take this down, you in the Caspian Sea. You take this down, you in Russia backyard. Literally, this is Russia right here. Russia may not be connected to Iran physically, but Russia and Iran share something called the Caspian Sea. See, people are not paying attention to where these places are located for them to connect the dot. This is the Caspian Sea, people. Are you seeing it? That means you take this bad boy here, take him down. You have boom, you right there, baby. Right there, baby. Look at that. Who's sitting here idly? Who's sitting here? Who's sitting there? Who is sitting there? Russia. Let me repeat. Boom, 1,200, man. You can't be with a stick. That means that Russia's sitting right there, right there. Okay. Because you even see like Turkey and Russia, they got a little buffer. But even here, they convene with each other here in the sea, because they share a sea. They share a Black Sea. Uh, the Black Sea, Russia, Georgia, and Turkey share that. Okay, whereas the Caspian Sea, uh, Iran, Turkmenistan, and this I have to look for that right here. This country right here. And then you have Uzbekistan. No, you have Azerbaijan. You have this one right here. This is where it's located, Azerbaijan. And then you have Armenia is right here. Yeah, Armenia is really small, but um, it is a big landmass, even though it's small. But if you are looking at all of its neighbor, okay. And then you have Georgia right here, right? Y'all saying Georgia? Yeah, I'm talking about the country Georgia. I'm not talking about the state of Georgia. I'm talking about the country, people. Okay. I want for y'all to get y'all little facts together. Okay. So that's just me, getting tighten up some loose end for y'all. But this is what it's looking like. Anyway, please like and subscribe. This is gonna be interesting, people. We have like literally a decade happening every month here, man. Well, like where y'all crazy for this? Where y'all going with this? Please like and subscribe.